If you've survived abuse, know this: you are not alone. Your feelings are valid, and most importantly, it's not your fault. Too often, survivors are blamed, even by themselves. But understanding how trauma affects the brain can help break that cycle. That's why we made this video, to shed light on the deep and lasting impact of abuse and how healing is possible. Abuse, whether physical, emotional, or psychological, does more than cause pain in the moment. It rewires the brain, changing how you think, feel, and even connect with others. Let's explore what experts say about its real impact. When exposed to abuse, the brain's alarm system, the amygdala, goes into overdrive. This part of the brain controls the fight or flight response, helping detect danger. But with prolonged trauma, it becomes hyperactive, constantly sensing threats, even when they aren't there. This can leave survivors in a state of high alert, anxiety, and fear. At the same time, the prefrontal cortex, which regulates decision-making and emotions, becomes less active. This imbalance means that while you may always feel on edge, your brain struggles to calm you down. As a result, you might experience heightened anxiety, be easily startled, or have difficulty concentrating. Chronic stress from abuse can shrink the hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for memory and learning. This damage makes it harder to recall details, leading to blurry or fragmented memories. That's why survivors may struggle to remember specific events, sometimes recalling them in flashes or even blocking them out completely. Unfortunately, this can lead to unfair skepticism in legal cases or personal relationships, when in reality, the brain is simply trying to protect itself. The overactive amygdala can cause intense emotions like fear, guilt, and shame. But sometimes the brain tries to protect itself by shutting down emotions entirely. This is called emotional blunting. Survivors may feel disconnected, unable to experience both positive and negative emotions. While this defense mechanism may help during trauma, many struggle to turn emotions back on, even long after the abuse ends. If you've experienced this, know that you're not broken. Healing is possible, and seeking support when you're ready is a crucial step. A study from Vanderbilt University found that abuse significantly impairs emotional regulation due to damage in the prefrontal cortex. Imagine driving a car where the brakes barely work, but the gas pedal is stuck. That's what it's like for someone struggling with emotional control after abuse. You may suddenly swing from calm to anxious, sad, or even angry without warning. Other times, you may feel completely numb, unable to react at all. Research by Dr. Jamie Hansen and others found that children who experience abuse often struggle in school, get lower grades, and are more likely to get into fights or skip classes. Another study by Malik and colleagues showed that physical abuse increases the likelihood of substance use, self-harm, and reckless behavior. Why? Because the brain becomes wired to react quickly for survival, making it harder to think things through calmly. The emotional pain caused by abuse can lead people to seek escape, even in harmful ways. Many survivors struggle with depression, feeling empty, unmotivated, or hopeless. Anxiety is also common, constantly feeling on edge, even in safe situations. Unfortunately, these effects can lead to long-term mental health disorders. Statistics show that abuse increases the risk of clinical depression, PTSD, phobias, eating disorders, and suicidal thoughts. But here's the good news: the brain is adaptable, and with the right support, it can heal. Therapy, mindfulness, and connecting with supportive people can help rewire the brain toward recovery. Understanding trauma's effects is the first step in reclaiming your mental health.